Welcome to InfoSource, a presentation of Berkshire Healthcare Systems, a not-for-profit, consumer-centered organization committed to fulfilling the health and residential needs of the people in the communities we serve. I'm your host, Jenny Sutherland. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hello. We have with us Marilyn Heath from Fairview Commons Adult Day Health in the lovely town of Great Barrington, Mass. Thank you for coming up to Pittsfield to see us.
Thank you for having me.
And Emily Uguccioni.
Yes.
I never mess up that name.
You're one of the only ones.
Uguccioni, yes. It's a lovely name, but I don't mess up. But if it was Smith, again, I would mess that up.
Well, I'm glad my last name isn't Smith.
Exactly. And you are from Linda Manor, Assisted Living, as the Executive Director.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on, my
Thank you for having me.
All right. I've asked a few of you, colleagues of mine in Berkshire Healthcare System, to come on today to talk about why we do the work we do and why we have committed ourselves to this industry and to the people we work with and take care of. And also, our core values. Our organization has 5 core values, and we all work with them every day. And I thought it would be a good time, as this is the 5th year of me doing this show, to do this show. So I'm going to put Marilyn on the hot seat. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, Marilyn just wants to get it over with.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Marilyn,
Jenny.
what do you do at Fairview Commons Adult Day Health?
So presently I'm the RN, the director of the program. It's probably the most fulfilling position that I've personally had in my profession, because I'm actually able to be one-on-one with the clients that I have come in during the day, not only making a difference in their life, but as well as their loved one's life or their caregiver's life.
And that's really important to you.
Most important.
Because how long have you been nursing?
35 years.
So in your 35 years, you've done a lot of different work and helped a lot of people. But for you, and you shared with me, this is it for you. This is what you love.
This is it, yeah.
And it's because of the clients.
It's because of the clients, their families, the need, the true need of what we do with the Adult Day Health Program to have somebody bring their loved one in for us today, the person safe, monitored, and they can go out and feel comfortable doing whatever it is that they need to do for today, and come up and pick them up in the afternoon and then go back home and still enjoy their life with their loved one. Also giving them some insight, and especially when it comes to the dementia client, how they can change their behavior to get better results in their home life with their family member.
Because you've been a nursing educator in the past, and I know you spend time with clients, loved ones, working with that. So, is that the thing that motivates you to keep coming back every day and do that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can just make somebody smile today, get them involved in doing something that they haven't done before. For instance, just this week, I had a lady in my program. She doesn't usually like to do the bowling on the Wii. We got her up and bowled on the Wii. I'm going to tell you, she bowled 3 strikes. It was amazing. Awesome. It was amazing. It was like, so that's the kind of thing that now in my nursing career is what brings me the joy and makes me want to continue.
So in our work together, we talk about the core values a lot. If we have to make a decision, if we need to help somebody. And I want to talk about the first core value, the one we spend the most time with, and what one is that?
Integrity.
And what does integrity mean to you in your work?
Well, integrity in the workplace it's foremost. I mean, you have to be dedicated to what you're doing. You have to understand what it is that's expected of you. Be able to treat people the way that you would want to be treated. And you have to be dependable. I have to make sure that whatever somebody needs, if I say I'm going to do it, if I say this is what's going to happen, then that's what we do. Because people need to trust me with their loved one.
So that was actually when you interviewed for the position, we were talking about integrity, and so I knew if we worked together, that would be a big part of what you brought to the program. So thank you for doing the work that
You're
you
welcome.
do.
It's my pleasure.
Now you can breathe, because I'm going to put Emily on the hot spot. Hello, back to you.
Yes.
Emily Uguccioni, Linda Manor Assisted Living, Leeds, Mass.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. What do you do as executive director?
I do a lot of different things, but mostly my main goal and my main role there is to support the residents, the families, and make sure that the staff is providing the best quality, superior care that we possibly can, and according to the mission and vision of the organization.
Ba-dum-bum. That was awesome. And it's true. And that's how you work, and you share that a lot with your team. Recently, you were in an article for Business West.
Yes.
And I thought it was a great article, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Because you were recognized for being the leader in our industry, so that was really neat to have you get recognized. But what came through to me was your compassion, and that's what brought you into this work, because you didn't think you were going to do this.
Not a chance.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Sure.
Yeah, I like that one.
So I wanted to be an attorney or a judge in something in the courtroom, and I didn't think I would ever work with older people at all.
Wasn't your thing?
Wasn't my thing at all. And so we were assigned to be a volunteer at a nursing home, and all of my friends went and they gave, read stories to people or brought them to activities, and I wanted a job any place not near a resident.
Right.
So I actually got a job in the library, and I organized all the books, and I was having a great time, and it was perfect for me. And I got told one day, can you please bring this paper to a nurse? Well, I'm always going to do what I'm told.
Yes, you
So
are.
I brought the
that.
paper over there, and I was trying to figure out what is the fastest way I can get off this unit. But what happened is, when I went on the unit, I saw one of the residents there, and I was 13, so I didn't know about dementia or anything about older people and some of the problems that they might have. So I encountered someone who was sitting at the door. It was a locked unit, similar to what we have on the LEP, and she was crying, and she was standing there, and I was raised that you never walk away from someone that clearly might need help. So I spent some time with her, and she said she'd been there for 4 days, which clearly she hadn't. She'd been there for many years, and she was really upset. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna do what I think is right and try to get her away from the door and try to figure out what might be wrong with her. So I sat with her, and we got a drink, and we looked at some magazines, and I was just talking to her about anything that I could think about, and she stopped crying. So I thought I could go give my paper and go on my way, and then the unit manager said, "Oh, no, who are you? And what are you doing here?" Because you did a
really good job.
Yes, she says, "Who are you?" And she actually thought I was the person's family member, because usually a family member can get someone away from, it de-escalated a stressful situation. So they found out that I was not a family member, and I was some teenage volunteer, and then they moved me out of the library, and I started to work with the residents on the floors. And that totally blew my mind, because that's not anything I ever thought I would do.
Yeah, it changed your life.
Completely changed my life.
And because of that, you taking that time in all the work you've done, you've helped so many people and continue to help people. If that didn't happen, so I'm glad you got asked to take that piece of paper from the library. I can't picture you as a judge, or a judge I'd want to get in front of. Quite truthfully. So you stay doing what you're doing. That story, does that help you in your work still at Linda Manor Assisted Living?
It does, because you know what? The staff sometimes can get frustrated, and the families can get frustrated, and I always go back to, what are the core values and how important compassion can be. And it doesn't take a lot to be compassionate, it doesn't take a lot to be patient. And I feel like you really have to have that as a strong foundation to do the work that we do. Yeah. It's not about tasks, it's not about, dollars and cents, it's really about, how we treat each other and how we treat people. And that's really what makes a successful organization.
Yeah, and that is, I agree with that. I also think in our industry, people are our work.
Right.
And these core values support people and customer service and quality of life. So I'm going to thank you both for coming on.
Thank you
for having us. It's a special treat to have the two of you. Marilyn, you have a good busy day back at the assisted living.
I can't wait.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back.
I enjoy the main dining room here because you get such a selection. You have a different menu every day of the week, and they have alternates in case you don't particularly care for what they're giving you. There's always something you can find. I get 3 meals a day, and they don't do anything else. My bed is made, the place is cleaned up. They do everything for you that you have to do. And then they have all kinds of programs that you can go to, but I just go to what interests me. And not only programs here, but we do things away. We have a lot of different people that do different things here, and they all seem to want to please you no matter what you ask for them.
Welcome back to InfoSource. Hello, June Green.
Hello, Jenny Sutherland.
Hello, Rosalee Lampro.
Hello, Jenny.
Now, Rosalee, you are the administrator of which of our affiliates?
Hillcrest Commons.
Located in the lovely city of?
Pittsfield.
Coincidentally, you are from where, June Green?
Hospice care in the Berkshires,
Located in where?
Pittsfield, Mass.
So it wasn't a long trek for you?
Nope, not far at all.
Not
right down the
far at
road.
all. So thank you for coming. I asked you guys on for two reasons. One is to ask you why you do the work you do, and it is excellent to have you here and talk about two of our core values. In June, I'm going to ask you first about why you do the work you do.
I get asked that a lot. When you work in hospice, people ask you a lot, how could you possibly do hospice? How could you be around death all the time? And we also get told a lot, you must be an angel. I'm not an angel.
Oh, I know that. I know
I'm not an
you.
angel.
You're a nice lady.
I think I'm a nice lady, but I love the work I do because these people allow us to come into their homes at this very precious, sacred time in their lives. People are getting close to death, and they allow us to be a part of that and to make our patient have comfort and quality of life for whatever time is left in their journey. I love what I do. I really do. I really enjoy it. I'm very passionate about it. I love when we get to help patients to achieve end-of-life goals with, sometimes they have some kind of wild wishes at the end of life that we help them to fulfill whenever possible. And there's a lot I get out of it, and I truly feel I get more out of it than I give. So again, I'm not an angel, but I do love and I'm very passionate about the work we do at Hospice Care in the Berkshires.
And that comes through and every time you speak. And 5 years ago, you and I started working together.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first times I worked with you, I went back and shared with someone that you changed my way of thinking about what we do, what you do, and all this stuff. So that was this aha moment for me. So that was really cool. And you've always said that. I've seen you at many things say that you get more out of this work than you give. So thank you for doing the work you do. Your team at HCIB followed our core values for our organization. And I wanted you to talk about excellence, which I heard in your story.
And certainly, I talk to staff when they first come into the agency, and I always tell them, we only have one chance to get this right in our business. These people are only going to die one time, and we need to do everything right. We need to achieve excellence in all areas. And I'm super proud of our team. We have the best, with all due respect to Hillcrest Commons, we have the best home health aides in the county. They're absolutely wonderful. And we have home health aides, nursing, social work, volunteers. We have bereavement services that are excellent. When we have, integrative therapies with art, music, massage, and it's very important to our team. And we work very hard to achieve excellence. We want our families to feel that they were made the right choice when they chose to have us come into their lives during this time, and we want them to truly achieve the goals that they've set. So we're talking about excellence all the time at Hospice Care in the Berkshires, and it really is a very core value to the work we do.
Thanks, June. Hi, Rosalee.
Hello, Jenny.
You and I have been on many of the same teams together at different affiliates. And now in our roles, we're on some committees together out in the community. So we're kind of always been team members. And I asked you to come on not only to talk about why you do the work you do, but also about teamwork. So I know you wanted to share a story about why you do what you do.
Well, you have to ask yourself, what is it? What is it I do? And I fell in love, I start with there, I fell in love with long-term care when I was 16, when I started out as a nurse's aide. And there's so many things, I couldn't even think of one story, what really fills my well, but there is one that comes to mind is a patient. When he came in, they told him he'd never walk again. And as a team, we took it one step at a time. We were relentless. Every day we would go in and we would just say, just bear weight on your legs. That's all we're asking. So it was such baby steps. And by the time we were done with our work, he was walking independently with a walker. And that was one of my proudest moments, because it was the whole team that did it. And we really made a difference in that man's life.
That's awesome. Yeah, making a difference as a team and seeing success, and that's awesome. So I thank you for sharing that one, and thank you both for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Always a pleasure to be here, Jenny.
Oh. Well, you're going to be on another show very soon, so I'm glad you said that. We're going to take one more quick break. Back in a minute.
Nestled between the woods of beautiful Burbank Park and the banks of picturesque Onoda Lake, in the heart of the Berkshires in western Massachusetts, Hillcrest Commons is just minutes from downtown Pittsfield, in the heart of the culturally rich Berkshire County. Hillcrest Commons Nursing and Rehabilitation Center offers you the best of both worlds. It's a locally run facility, staffed by dedicated healthcare professionals from the central Berkshire area. And it's backed by the expertise and resources of Berkshire Healthcare, the largest nonprofit long-term care provider in the area. Berkshire Healthcare is committed to fulfilling the health and residential needs of the people in the communities we serve. Hillcrest Commons is a proud recipient of the American Healthcare Association's National Quality Award. The Quality Awards recognize members' commitment to performance excellence by continuously demonstrating ever-improving value to residents and other customers. The Bronze, Silver, and Gold Awards recognize overall organizational effectiveness and capabilities and champion organizational and personal learning. At Hillcrest Commons, we pride ourselves on our deep commitment to our community. We offer a broad range of nursing home services, including short-term rehabilitation, skilled nursing, long-term care, hospice, and respite care services. In addition, we also offer more specialized services, including a fully dedicated Alzheimer's unit, a geri-psych behavioral unit, pulmonary and ventilator-dependent care and therapy, and a full bariatric weight loss program. We proudly offer an elegant, home-like setting that allows our residents the comforts they expect while providing the care they need, including fine dining in our graciously appointed dining room, beautiful outdoor space, ample activities, and private family space. At the heart of it all is a focus on the body, mind, and spirit. Our rehab services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Our licensed therapy professionals help restore and maintain the body by focusing on helping our residents improve strength and mobility in order to participate in the activities they most enjoy. These services are provided up to 7 days a week when ordered by a physician. Hillcrest Commons is more than a place to live. It's a place to enjoy each day to the fullest. Our activities program focuses on the mind and spirit of our residents by offering engaging leisure and recreational activities, arts and crafts, music, discussion groups, exercise sessions, religious services, and cultural community outings, and more. Each resident and patient at Hillcrest Commons receives the highest quality care delivered by our dedicated staff members working as a team. From the nursing staff to our front office personnel, everyone is enthusiastic about the role he or she plays in the lives of the people who entrust us with their care. Our staff is committed to providing compassionate care, using teamwork as their guiding principle. We're dedicated to treating each person with dignity, recognizing their individual needs, goals, and preferences. We create a care plan for each person, focused on helping them achieve the highest level of independence and quality of life. At Hillcrest Commons Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, we're perfecting the art of superior care. If you or a loved one need short-term rehab, extra care after a hospital stay, or a nursing supervised full-time living arrangement, we invite you to tour and meet our staff. See firsthand how we enhance the lives of those we serve. To make arrangements or get more information, call 413-445-2300. We look forward to meeting you.
Welcome back to InfoSource. Hello.
Hello.
Well. The last person on my show today might have said she would never, ever come on this show.
That is true. That is what I said.
That is so true. And here you are.
Yes.
On the show.
That's what happens when you get blackmailed.
Not through the mail. The U.S. postal system was not used.
That's true.
Just verifying that we don't edit the show. As of yet, but we might after the show. Whom are you?
I am Lisa Gaudet. I am the Vice President of Business Development and Marketing at Berkshire Healthcare, and I am your boss.
That is so true.
So go easy.
Righto. I wanted to thank you for coming on the show. This show is actually out of our department, your department.
Yes.
And the first time I did an episode, you were the camera girl.
Yes, I was.
That was.
I like that role
You
much
like
better.
the camera girl. You are the VP of business. Yeah. So it's different now. You're in the hot seat.
Yes.
But not only has it been 5 years that I've been hosting the show and doing the show, but it's been 5 years I've been working with you.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Thank you.
You are also celebrating 10 years with Berkshire Healthcare Systems.
Yes, I am.
So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So this show is a big deal to me. A lot of the folks on this show shared some great stories about what they do and why they do it. And you as a leader for Berkshire in the role that you are, why do you do what you do every day?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Those are wonderful stories, and I always enjoy hearing them because a lot of the work that I do is not direct patient care related. So it's so helpful for someone in a role like mine where it's more office-based and where you're really trying to drive a strategic vision through an organization, that you have folks like the folks that you've had on the show today and on other shows who can connect that dot for me and for the others that really are more office-based, because they're talking about what all of the work that we do together as a team, whether it's behind the scenes or actually holding someone's hand bedside as they're passing, that it has value. And so for me, that is really the part that keeps me going every day, is that I get to work with such a cool and wonderful and amazing team of people, and whether they're sitting next to me in the office or whether they're out in the field doing the wonderful work that they do, or they're in one of our affiliates helping someone get through a tough day. Those are all the reasons why I continue to do what I do, because I know that there's a whole team behind me and in front of me and beside me doing the fabulous work that they do.
Yeah. And you've shared some of that. You like to hear the stories, and that kind of helps motivate you. And I think in your role, and there's many other people in situations where home office doing behind the scenes stuff, but without that support and the guidance and the leadership, we all couldn't do what we do. I mean, we're doing a show about the core values, and we rolled that out, about 12 years ago,
Right.
10 years ago. And I remember getting them and Bill Jones coming and talking. And I brought him home, and I talked to my mom, because I talk to my mom every night. And she said, "This is great, Jenny. This is what you live by anyway." And so to have such an emphasis on our core values in our work because of leaders like you and the other senior leaders really makes our jobs stronger and a better quality. And also, you encourage all kinds of folks and give them opportunities. So I asked you to come on for stewardship. Now, it is our last core value, and I'm just going to throw out there, we as an organization put them in rank: integrity first, compassion, excellent teamwork, and stewardship. At the time, This was new, so a lot of us didn't know what stewardship was. That's why it probably ended up being the last, because it was like, what? Okay, well, last. But not only does it have a note of finance, but also of talent and leaving an organization in a better place. So could you speak about stewardship?
Sure. Yeah. No, I think you make a really good point. I mean, as a human services not-for-profit organization, you can understand why those other core values stack up kind of in the order that you just described them: integrity, compassion, teamwork, and excellence. Those are all what you need to bring forward every day in your work when you're caring for people, and that is essentially what our organization does. Stewardship is, as you said, kind of the financial component, but it also means that you are taking care of all of the things that need to be taken care of in order to ensure that the organization can continue to do the good work that it does. So that does mean making sure that you have a focus on the core values so that the people who are working in the organization feel that they can use those to work by and live by. It means that you are also being fiscally responsible so that you can continue to reinvest in these folks and in the environments of care that we have that people call home. So for the work that we all do, to me, stewardship really makes sure that we are, again, as a not-for-profit, we don't have stockholders. We are a community-based organization. We have a community-based board of directors or board of trustees. So it's really important that for every cent that we make over and above our expenses, that we are able to reinvest that in the organization. And we do that through things like being able to provide pay increases to our staff, being able to do renovations like we're doing at Hillcrest Commons, or building a brand new skilled nursing facility in East Long Meadow, or opening up Linda Manor in 2014, Linda Manor Assisted Living that Emily Uguccioni was just speaking about. So those are the reasons why everything that we do around stewardship becomes so critically important. But I think in the end, stewardship to me also means that I'm being a good steward to you, that I'm caring about who you are as a person, that I'm interested in you, and that I am taking care of you.
Yeah, and that is true. And I can say that of other leaders in Berkshire, but especially of you. So I'm going to thank you for coming on. I'm going to ask you one quick thing.
Sure.
10-year anniversary, would you do it all again?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
So I'm celebrating 20. We're going to go out to lunch after this and celebrate that. So
congratulations to you on 20 years.
But we'd do it all again, right?
I absolutely would. Right. Yeah, and I would do it all again here with everybody that I get the chance to work with.
Right.
It's fabulous.
Thanks again for coming on, Lisa.
Thanks, Jenny.
Thank you for watching. I want to remind you that InfoSource is a presentation of Berkshire Healthcare System. Until next time, I wish you good health, good life. Bye for now.